It was a dream realized and then shattered. Denisha Montgomery Smith enlisted in the Army back in 2021. Just a year later, Denisha alleged she was assaulted by fellow service members, and weeks later, she was found dead in her barrack. Now, Denisha's family is fighting to learn more about what led to her death, for transparency from the Army and for the FBI to take on her case. Denisha's story is a piece of a larger investigation by ABC News Live, Battle Cry, fighting against sexual assault in the military, with our Stephanie Ramos.
You always think and hope about growing old with your wife or your husband. But I think you always kind of assume you'll grow old with your big sister. She was strong, beautiful, silly, weird, and the type of woman I wish I knew how to be. Denisha is known as PFC or Specialist Montgomery Smith to you all. But to me, she's my big sister. Denisha should be here.
Top lawmakers are demanding answers from the Pentagon about Kira Durkin.
The growing search for a Fort Hood soldier missing for more than 2 months.
Just last month, at least 14 Army leaders were fired or suspended for their handling of that investigation.
A young Army private, 4 months pregnant, discovered dead in her barracks.
The death of another soldier who complained of sexual harassment at Fort Hood.
Fort Hood is currently investigating the death of Ana Baldasua Ruiz.
Now to a mystery. And
the growing search for a Fort Hood soldier.
The death of another soldier.
Fort Hood is currently investigating the death of Ana Baldasua Ruiz. Several criminal, including the killing of Army Specialist Vanessa Guillen.
When you hear of these suicides and incidents at different military bases taking place, what goes through your mind?
When is it going to stop?
How many is too many?
There's so much silence, and we're about to open it up.
Where's your mommy? Right there. We're here to bring awareness to the fact that our men and women in uniform continue to be murdered or murdered by suicide.
We've got the entire family of Denisha Montgomery Smith right here. She's a military police officer who was assaulted by 4 other military police officers and then 21 days later found dead after she reported it. This is unacceptable. We have to end military sexual assault and hold our senior leaders accountable now. We are Denisha Montgomery Smith!
I'm very upset with the military because they failed my daughter.
Not you. You will never give up.
The military told the family that it was a suicide.
On July 19th, 2022, Army Specialist Denisha Montgomery Smith told her family she was heading back to her post from an outing at a water park with 4 fellow soldiers. The group had been drinking. At the time, all were stationed at Army Base Wiesbaden in Germany.
No, bro.
When she said the group got into an altercation inside the car. This video, released to Denisha's family by the Army Criminal Investigation Division, shows Denisha being pushed down by 2 people in the back seat of the car.
I can't breathe.
As one person in the front records and another watches. Just hours after the alleged assault, Denisha FaceTimed her family in tears, asking them to record their conversation.
I'm going to talk to CID tomorrow. I don't trust them. I don't trust my leadership. I don't want to be here with none of them no more.
Her father calling the Red Cross while the family was still on the phone with Denisha, asking for their help to bring his 27-year-old daughter home.
She's scared for her life, and I need for her to try to come home or something. They choked her out and covered her nose. We need some help now, please, immediately.
Hi, honey. Mom.
Yeah.
Mom, I want to come home. Mom, this is all I wanted to do. Look.
Wow.
I have more and more that keep popping up. I just want to come home. Look what they did to me.
A burn mark, we believe, on her shoulder, like a cigarette got burned on her. Her face was just bruised, swollen. She
was literally like fighting for her life.
Bad. And I believe her when she says that she was assaulted, sexually assaulted, scared for her life, when all she wanted to do is come home. All I need is someone to believe that.
I thought I was gonna die in the car, bro.
3 weeks after FaceTiming with Denisha, her family was visited by 2 casualty assistance officers at their doorstep, saying she was found dead. After an investigation, the Army determined the cause of Denisha's death was suicide by hanging, pointing to evidence of a ligature mark and an associated ligature furrow on the neck in her autopsy report. The Criminal Investigation Department provided the family with a report more than 1,500 pages long, listing no suspects. On page 117, they provided a diagram showing how Denisha was reportedly found in her wardrobe, the diagram making it appear as if her knees were resting on the ground at the time she was found. The family's attorney, Lindsay Knapp, believes that Denisha didn't take her own life, saying that there are missing pieces in the military's investigation, and they may know more than they are letting on.
As we continued to go on with the case and learned more and more, people in Denisha's unit are sleeping with their supervisors for protection, learning that her supervisor turned off the security footage that would have showed who was entering and exiting Denisha's room the night she died.
Reports from the Department of Defense indicate that there was a gap in the security camera recording on the base. Cameras did not capture any footage from July 18th, the day Denisha was assaulted, to the morning of August 11th, 2 days after she was found dead. The family was also provided with a photo showing Denisha's bags were already packed as if she was ready to come home.
It shakes the conscience. We're hoping that we can get the FBI to take her case.
Knapp asked the former U.S. Attorney General Michael Mukasey to look into the case. He emailed back saying suicide was certainly a possibility given surrounding circumstances. As to the Army, do not overlook that there are some people whose first instinct is to lie and cover up, even when the truth would do. The individuals Denisha said were involved in the altercation, one of them being her roommate, were never listed as potential persons of interest in any investigation. Yet the family received a military protection order for no contact with those involved from the Department of Defense.
They've granted your family a no contact order from all individuals in the car shown during that video.
Yes.
What does that tell you?
That they're trying to protect the soldiers that was actually assaulting Denisha, protecting them more than they are even trying to investigate the death of my niece.
Denisha's family has asked the military for further examination into her death, but the military currently has no ongoing investigations.
We need everyone to call their senators, email congressmen, and help us get the FBI to take over Denisha's investigation, because as long as it's being done by the military, it's going to be at their own speed, and they're just waiting for us to give up.
You took our girl's life. You owe us an answer. You owe her children an answer. Even if you don't give me, her auntie, an answer, you owe her children.
So what happens with a lot of our service members, they're retaliated against so badly after they report. They're either killed by one of their peers or they kill themselves, and we call that murder by suicide.
If you serve in our military, you are more likely to be sexually assaulted than you are to be wounded by the enemy.
Lindsay Knapp and Amy Braley Frank both served as victim advocates for the military and have become anchors of support for families like that of Denisha Montgomery Smith and loved ones of service members still seeking answers.
When I was in service, there was no reporting procedures at all. It was just the command does what the command does. It was even worse when I was in than it is now. I graduated law school and became an attorney, and then it all came to a head when when I reported that Special Operations was covering up rape, and they ended up firing me for that. And that's how combat sexual assault was born. We're trying to raise awareness about their stories and their cases and get our congressional leaders to hold a hearing to investigate and reopen some of these cases.
I plan on trying to reform the whole system because, as I said, this is one fundamental problem that the victims have said they're not reporting these cases because they don't trust the chain of command.
Lindsay and Amy, seeing the ongoing efforts New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand has made to change laws for survivors of sexual assault, are hopeful this meeting could lead to answers for families seeking them.
Imagine you have been accused of something that could put you away for the rest of your life, and the decision maker is already biased. You have no civil liberties.
In 2021, Senator Gillibrand was among other senators who passed the Military Justice Improvement and Increasing Prevention Act.
We are asking for a collective justice to be done.
The legislation removing the decision on whether to prosecute the accused from a commander. This law prompted by the murder of Army Specialist Vanessa Guillen.
We are here united as one voice.
If a leader finds out that one of their kids has sexually assaulted one of their other kids, at the very least that leader is going to have a moment of pause, right? Like you just are, right? Because you would never expect your kid to assault your other kid.
So I'm going to dig deep and figure out how to fix each of these problems through law, through prosecutions, through oversight, and through accountability.
Baby girl, I know you was here today. I feel you in my heart, sweetheart. You are not gonna be not heard. You will be heard. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. We all say amen.
Denisha, Vanessa Guillen, when does it end? When is enough enough? Our service members are just not safe to serve.
How do you keep her memory alive for yourself and for your nephews?
I just bring her up whenever I see something beautiful. Although the younger ones might not remember their mom, all they need is just like the little things to remind them who she is. Beautiful sunset. Look how beautiful your mom looks today. Look at that beautiful butterfly. She's watching you right now. That's her. And even to myself, I say them things, and to my baby, I'm reassuring myself to keep myself okay, just saying, that's my sissy right there. She's still here, and she looks so beautiful today.
Hey, here's Denisha! I am Denisha Montgomery Smith!
Really powerful reporting there by Stephanie. Our thanks to her. Denisha's family is not alone in their fight. Our investigation looks at assault in the military. Battle Cry airs tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. right here on ABC News Live.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.